Hello and welcome to Never Seen It, a podcast where we watch movies we've never seen and then we talk about them. I am one of your hosts, Betsy, and I am here with my husband, Trent.
I'm also here.
You are also here. Today we are continuing on in our series of sexy, smutty, titillating movies.
Trash, you're talking
Trash.
about. Trash.
And today we are watching another one that neither of us has seen. We are watching the glory that is 2015's 50 Shades of Grey.
Why?
Because we're horrible people.
We're gluttons for punishment is what we are.
Yes. So we have not seen this movie, either of us.
No.
And this has obviously been in a time since we've been together.
Yeah, this has come out since we've been together. And, you know, we know people who have seen this movie and love these books and all this stuff.
I know people who love the books. I don't know if I know anyone who loves this movie.
Okay.
But I'll have to ask around.
I might put this in the same vein as people who like Magic Mike.
Shut up. Magic Mike XXL is a treasure, and if you'd like to add this to this series, I am happy to include it. Yeah, Magic Mike is absurd, but it's too much like story. I don't care about the story, just give me the stripping. The second one, they take away all of the stuff that you hate in the first one and just make a ridiculous movie about stripping.
It's a stripping competition, is it not?
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, I will tell anyone out there, skip Magic Mike. It's not relevant. He breaks up with his girlfriend. That's all you need to know for the second one. Sorry, kids.
All right. But we're not talking about Magic Mike today.
We're not talking about Magic Mike. We're talking about 50 Shades of Grey. And I would say the reason is the same for us why we haven't watched this. Why would we? Why would we watch this?
This is not made for us.
What are we doing here, Trent? Yeah, I've heard a lot of people who love this smutty movie and these books. Do you know the origin of these books?
God, no.
The books started out as Twilight fan fiction.
Makes sense.
Yes, the woman who wrote this book was writing a Twilight fan fiction. So basically the same story, but sexier.
Plus vampires.
Minus the vampires, and you replace the vampires with a little S&M.
Yeah. Or
a
lot of S&M.
A lot of S&M. So I think we both know what this movie is about compared to some movies.
Yeah, so as far as like characters are concerned, we've got, Dakota Johnson?
Yep.
Is her name?
Anastasia.
Anastasia. That's how I'm going to refer to her.
Okay.
And then we got Jamie Dornan as Mr. Grey.
Christian Grey.
Hashtag not my Christian.
That's right.
So my understanding is that he's this hotshot business dude. Mm-hmm. He's this young, attractive business guy.
Wealthy
who is like very well kept and, you know, has mansions and whatever. He's like a young up-and-comer who is like already super wealthy.
That's the public persona.
Yeah. And this woman comes to work for him.
Yeah, or she like interviews him. Some capacity they come to meet.
Yeah, somehow that they come together, quite literally. They come together somehow at the beginning, and there's this almost cat and mouse kind of thing where, like, ooh, I think he likes you. He doesn't like anybody. He doesn't let anybody do this.
Yeah, I think the line, there literally is a line in this movie is, I don't make love, I fuck.
Okay.
Like, I think that's a line in this movie.
Yeah, I'm not going to, like, have a girlfriend.
No, he doesn't get the feels.
I'm going to get the experience out of you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I believe it's very in-depth where you have to, like, sign a contract and we get into some kinky shit. And I believe it's a red room. Is that a phrase that we're going to be hearing?
I have no idea.
I don't know. He's got a pleasure room, basically, with whips and tying people down and all that stuff.
You know, like a sex basement.
Yeah, he is a sex dungeon, but it's in his very, very fancy rich man apartment.
Of course.
So yeah, that's what I expect to get out of this movie is bad dialogue, sexy sex to the extreme, and I'm probably going to hate this movie.
Yeah. Yeah. This was your suggestion, by the way.
You said we're watching
The trash.
trashy movies. I feel like there is no better film from the last decade to include than 50 Shades of Grey.
Of the last decade, yes. We will get to our final one next time, but this one is 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, so we're gonna go see it right now. And we're back. That was 50 Shades of Grey, Trent.
Yes, it was.
And how are you feeling today?
I need an adult.
Why do you need an adult?
No, man. Betsy, are we going to have to watch the rest of these?
Trent, here's the thing. This movie was tremendously stupid.
Whoa,
It was
boy.
so bad at moments, but also sometimes engaging to the point where it's like, I want more!
Yeah!
Because it's like...
The surprise end, you just said, what the fuck?
It's so trash, but it like brings you in.
Yeah.
I don't want more, but I totally do.
I don't want more, but I need more. Like, give me the answers to these questions that they just brought up,
Yes.
especially at the very end.
Yes.
Yeah, dude's fucked up.
He's 50 shades of fucked up, Trent.
I'm hanging my head.
I forgot about that line. I had heard that one too. Like, it's bad writing.
I said during the movie, it's like, okay, they were like trying to make a movie, like trying to make an engaging movie, and then they just lost me with that line right there.
Right. I don't know if you could have made this movie better. I honestly don't. Not with the way the dialogue was written.
Yeah.
And that's from the source material.
Right.
And I feel like you would basically have to throw out all of the source material in order to make this compelling.
Well, it's like you're just filming one of those grocery store romance novels.
That's exactly what the book is, though.
That's what this shit is.
That's what it is. Like, how many times did you go to the grocery store and see this fucking book?
Yeah.
That's where I saw this book all the time.
Uh-huh.
In the aisles of Hy-Vee.
Yeah. It's the tie.
Yes.
Yeah. The
Yes.
image on the book is the tie.
Yes, and I understand it is an accessible read because it was written by someone who's not really an author.
No.
She has not
That's
written
how-
anything since this.
That's how fan fiction is.
Yes, and I'm telling you, I noticed it. Having seen Twilight and remembering bits about Twilight, there were moments in this movie that were direct correlations to that fucking book.
Sure.
Yeah.
I wrote something down about, I could tell that this was derived from a thing like a Twilight or any kind of vampire romance novel.
Yeah.
It's the whole idea of her being his.
Well, and he hates himself, and he hates
Yeah.
himself for wanting her.
His existence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody hates him more than he hates him.
Exactly.
And you're no good for me, and I must push you away, but I want you. Please stay. But go away. Don't get too close. Don't touch me. I love you.
Don't go.
Don't go, please. You're mine. It's like,
Right.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, this was a big budget fucking studio movie.
Yeah, this is a big studio movie. I'm sure a lot of studios were just like bidding
This was
to
a
high
bidding
heaven.
war.
Yeah, to get this property, because you know what? A whole lot of middle-aged women and their friends are going to go see it.
Yes, and this is Universal Pictures and Focus Features.
Yeah, you've heard of those companies.
The director, I forget her name now, but Taylor Johnson. So you know Aaron Taylor Johnson? He was in Age of Ultron. He's the brother that dies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's married to this director.
Okay.
So that's the only connection to her I really
It's
have.
Sam?
Sam, thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
her name is Sam.
So she directed this movie. She's made major motion pictures, so she's a big time director. Danny fucking Elfman.
Danny Elfman did the music for it.
Which, if you had quizzed me, I would never have guessed that, because you're used to Danny Elfman with Tim Burton, which is umbo 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 umbo.
Right.
This was nothing like that.
Yeah.
So I would not have known he was the composer. So yeah. Big names. You've got Marcia Gay Harden, who has an Academy Award.
Marcia Gay Harden is amazing.
She was really good.
I think
The
I've only
moms
ever
were
seen.
good in this.
Yeah, the moms were good. I think I've only ever seen her in one thing, and that's The Newsroom.
Probably.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. She won for Pollock. She won
don't
Best
know what that
Supporting
is.
Actress.
I don't know.
Jackson Pollock, the painter.
I know of him.
They made a movie
I don't know
about
the
him.
movie.
They made a movie about him, and she plays his long-suffering wife.
All right.
And she won an Academy Award for it.
Okay.
But yes, she's
great.
She's really good in this. Jennifer L. is Anastasia.
Anastasia.
Anna, her mom, and she was in, I told you, The King's Speech. That's probably the thing you know her from. But she's probably most well known for playing Elizabeth Bennet in the 1995 BBC version of Pride and Prejudice.
Is she British?
She's very British.
Okay.
Yes. And I have a lot of things to say about the British people and non-American people in this movie.
All right, we'll get there.
So I'm just going to start right from the beginning and #NotMyChristian accurate, because Jamie Dornan, as handsome a man as he is,
Can't act.
That's not even the problem. He can. He absolutely can act. I have seen him do so.
All right.
But the source material and the script for this are so bad, he doesn't get to do anything.
No one could make that dialogue better.
No, and he's from Belfast, and he was terrible at doing an American accent in this.
It's very muted. There's nothing there.
Well, and he kept slipping every other word. I was like, you are not an American, sir.
I didn't notice that, but I don't have nearly as good of an ear for accents that you do.
And I think it's because it's Jamie Dornan and I'm being nitpicky because of the controversy around him being cast in this role.
Okay, so here is the other thing I was going to ask you. I know that Jamie Dornan was not the original Christian Grey.
I thought he was, but that it was a very big poo-poo on the choice.
Someone else, I think, was cast and pulled out.
A major
No
star,
pun intended.
probably. Oh, thank you, Trent. I don't know. I'd have to look at that. I don't remember that at all.
I feel like someone else was cast, he pulled out, and I think Dakota Johnson was the original Anastasia.
I feel like she was, but I thought he also was, because it was a big deal. Again, this was a huge movie. This was a major movie event. If you had a major star, I think it would have been distracting. So they cast an unknown.
Charlie Hunnam was originally cast as Christian Grey, but he dropped out, citing scheduling issues.
Interesting.
Thank you, Pop Sugar.
I don't think it would have been much better.
I don't know who honestly, I don't know who either of these guys are.
Charlie Hunnam was in Sons of Anarchy.
Okay.
He's the lead in that.
Okay.
The only thing you've probably seen him in is Children of Men. He's the white boy with dreadlocks.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's probably the only thing you would know him from. Oh, and Pacific Rim.
Right. Right. I know of, I've never seen Sons of Anarchy, but I know what he looks like in that. And I know he's a Brit.
They have been trying to make Charlie Hunnam a star for years, and it's not taking.
Right.
I don't know what that is, because he's got all the check boxes.
Didn't he do the most recent, Robin Hood movie? Wasn't he Robin
No,
Hood?
not Robin Hood. King Arthur.
That's what it was.
He was King Arthur.
That's what it was.
In the
yeah.
Guy Ritchie
The
one.
Guy Ritchie movie. Yeah.
God, remember how Guy Ritchie made a King Arthur movie that we haven't seen?
Nope. We love Guy Ritchie, but I was not interested in that whatsoever.
No. Maybe one day, but it'll have to just be something that we put on in passing.
We'll just keep watching Snatch.
There you go. I love Snatch. It's much better. So yeah, I don't remember that at all. And I don't know if that would have made this movie good or bad.
That's why there was a controversy. Was because they cast a dude, everybody was behind it. I don't know about everybody, but they had the image of him in their minds, and then it was ripped apart, and Jamie Dornan.
Right.
And his little Dornan were cast instead.
Listen, I like Jamie Dornan, and I'll touch on this a little bit later, but he was on a TV show called The Fall.
Oh, yeah,
And he's fucking incredible on that TV show. So I know that this movie is not his fault. He is doing the best he can. But I also think he looks better with a beard. Like, I think he's just too clean in
If this movie was made now, he would probably have a beard.
I doubt it, because he's supposed to be this very clean-cut
I know.
billionaire playboy businessman.
Yeah.
And that doesn't really fit the look.
Yeah. So, all right, Betsy, shall we get started here?
Let's do it, Trent.
All right, so we start off, we're in Seattle.
Oh, what's that? The Pacific Northwest where Twilight takes place?
What? So we get some dueling shots here of the contrasting lives.
That's right.
We get the high-powered businessman doing business things, business.
And the mousy college student.
Right.
Who wears cardigans and her hair's shitty.
and drives a classic Beetle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a little forced at the beginning.
It's exactly the sort of crap you put in a movie like this.
Yep.
And the whole movie is gray. Because
course.
we're in the Pacific Northwest. And I guarantee you, if you counted, you would find 50 shades of them.
Oh, God damn it.
I'm telling you.
Oh, God.
Everyone's wearing fucking white and beige and black and blue. There's no color in this movie.
She does wear a red dress.
She wears like a pink dress and she wears a maroon dress. She does not wear a red dress.
Okay, fine.
They're all very muted. This whole movie is very cool.
I'm very colorblind, so... Hey.
All right. Well, I'm telling you, this whole movie is very cool colors.
Fair enough. I kind of figured that. I almost said that before we started the intro. That I kind of figured, yeah, this was going to be very muted everything. Yes. Everything.
And they did.
Except for the red room.
Because that's how rich people live. Rich people in movies always have these massive glass... Empty, cold apartments.
Yeah, because they don't live there. They just... No. It's just their habitat.
Yes.
Yeah. And right off the bat here, knowing what I know about this movie, I commented, Christian doesn't really seem to be the type to be allowed to be driven around.
What do you mean?
He has a driver.
Like he would be driving himself?
He would always be wanting to drive himself because he's a control freak.
I mean, he does sit in the front.
He does.
That maybe is about as good as it gets.
But no, well, sometimes he's in the front. Not always.
He drives occasionally, but...
He does. Yeah. But what I'm saying is just his character doesn't seem to be the type of person who would let that part of his control go away.
I guess.
Yeah.
I know how you get about wanting to drive sometimes.
Sure.
Like, there are times you desperately want to, and other times where you're like, oh, fuck this.
Sure.
So
driving in big cities is one of those times. I do not like driving in big cities. I just get flustered. I get frustrated. I get angry.
Right.
And yeah.
But you also like to be in control of your own destiny.
Of course.
So
I like driving. I
get that element, but he's also a billionaire, and sometimes he has to do work and email on his phone.
Right, and
send sexy texts.
and it also works better for the plot because he can receive and send text messages
and emails. He emails a lot. This man emails. He's very business oriented.
Business. All right. So it just kind of starts right out the gate. Like she so Anastasia, Anna is going to Mr. Gray's business to interview him for a school paper.
Because
but
her
it's not
roommate's sick.
Yeah, it's not her task. It's not her interview. She's doing it for her roommate, who does work for the school paper, the college paper.
Yeah.
And she's going to journalism school, I guess, or studying journalism, maybe. I don't know.
They're not very clear on this topic.
No.
They don't really spend much time of her in school. And for wanting to be a journalist, she's really fucking bad at it.
Well, she's not trying to be the journalist. Her roommate
What's
is.
she trying to be then?
I don't know.
If they're a journalism school.
I don't know if it's a school, but no, she's not trying to be a journalist. She's what
was she in school for?
Literature. Studying classical literature, you get a degree, and I don't know, go and teach classical literature. I don't know.
Okay, well, she strikes me as a terrible public speaker.
Agreed.
So yeah, she goes in her roommate's stead, to do this interview that she's woefully unprepared for.
Right, which it seems like this is just a puff piece to do on the person who is going to be doing their commencement address.
Right.
Yeah. And I guess in the world of 50 Shades of Grey, he's this, mysterious billionaire who is never with a woman, never photographed with a woman, ever.
In public or elsewhere.
Correct. There's a rumor that he might be gay because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nobody knows about this mysterious Christian Grey.
Right. And as Anna is walking in, she is greeted by, let's say 4 or 5, tall, beautiful, skinny white women.
Blondes.
Were they all blonde?
I don't know. I only caught the one.
Sure.
Put together women.
Sure. And that's who he employs. Mm-hmm. At least in his office.
In his cold, big, empty office that matches the rest of his life.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And she's just so quirky that when she opens the door, she trips. She's so quirky and offbeat.
And if that was like a character thing or something that they developed, fine. But that just seems like something you just threw in there.
It's literally, it doesn't have anything to do with her like the rest of the movie.
I think it would have been better if they didn't do that.
Yeah. It didn't
because she could
there.
just be looking at her feet as she shuffled along.
Or she could just trip over her own foot without falling down.
But you know what? She does look at her feet, so she should not have tripped.
Yes.
So, I don't know.
So, yeah.
That bothered me.
That's their meet cute. She falling flat on her face in his office.
Sure.
And they have an awkward interview.
Uh-huh.
And he basically starts to become interested in her. Mm-hmm. Even though she is like whisper talking this whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
I'm just this mousy little thing that doesn't really know about
I don't know
men.
things.
I don't know things.
I don't know things. I don't do anything. I don't have any interest. Oh, books. I like books.
I like books. It's like, oh, fuck you. Your parents were superstars in the 80s.
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
No.
Dakota Johnson.
No.
But yeah, the whole movie and that whole scene in particular, she can't really string together a perfect
conversation.
Sentence. Yeah.
But you know what? I can't blame her all that much because he is intimidating.
Right. He is. But it just, I don't know. The whole scene was very awkward. It's like, we need an excuse for them to meet, and this is it.
Yeah.
And he becomes so intrigued by her.
He cancels his next meeting to keep
we're
on
not
talking.
done yet.
And he still doesn't answer any more of the questions.
No.
Yeah.
So he snakes the interview questions and then emails her friend the answers.
Right.
It's so dumb. So dumb. First scene. Dumb. And yeah, like one of the things I wrote down, one of the answers, like, what do you like to do apart from work? I enjoy various physical pursuits.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. It's the dialogue's so bad, Trent. It's so bad. The whole movie, like, that was just like scratching the surface, that line there. And
he's this high-powered business guy, works for, he owns a telecommunications company.
Is that what he does?
Yes, they explicitly say that. And then he has these other pursuits like saving the rainforest or feeding the children or whatever the fuck he does.
But he's like, oh, it's just good business.
His philanthropic work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he doesn't really feel invested in.
Yeah, he just does it for probably for the PR.
Yeah.
But yeah, he when she asks him, what do you do outside of business? Yeah, I enjoy physical pursuits. What the fuck does that mean? It means fucking.
It means fucking.
It means fucking.
And running.
Hard.
He runs.
Hard.
And he fucks. Hard. I was right about that.
And I noticed immediately, the lip biting. She did it like 2 or 3 times within the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah. And that's like when he like grips the table and suddenly he's intrigued.
Sets me off.
Yeah. And she's like sticking the pencil in her mouth. Like,
Put
that away.
He has some weird oral fixation, I guess.
Yeah. It was so creepy.
So yeah. So they do their thing. She goes back home, turns in the paperwork to her roommate, and she doesn't really say too much because she's still kind of
processing.
We're kind of freaked out by the whole experience.
Yeah.
Because he's an intense guy.
Very. And I mean, I think that would be anyone who interacts with a billionaire.
Sure.
Who's, in the context, I'm a student writing an article for the student paper that I don't actually work for.
Right.
I'm doing this as a favor, and you're a billionaire.
Right.
Awesome.
Yep.
There you go.
So you got nothing to lose at that point. But yeah, she goes on with her life. She works at a hardware store.
Yep.
A locally owned hardware store.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
he just shows up. He just starts showing up a lot.
Shows up.
He knows where she is all the time because that's not creepy.
That's creepy. Come on.
He's basically stalking her, and he goes to the hardware store and he buys cable ties and tape and rope.
For those things that you need cable ties and rope for.
Physical activities.
Physical pursuits.
That's right. Yeah, so this is where I wanted to draw a comparison. So she says, you've got your ties, your tape, and your rope. You're the complete serial killer. In the fall, he plays a serial killer.
In the fall?
In
that show.
The TV show.
Okay.
He plays a serial killer in Belfast.
Yeah.
And he is fucking sexy and terrifying at the same time.
All right.
So everything that I wish Christian Grey was, reference the fall. Like minus the murder. He does murder people, so let's maybe forgive him, exclude that part.
Other than the murder, he's kind of a nice guy.
He is so hot in the fall. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, looks like this physically, because this is about the same time that he was doing that show. It was pretty concurrent.
Yeah.
And he is ripped to hell, and he is very, seductive and picking up women, and then he murders them.
Sure.
And this is no spoiler because this happens in the first episode. But he just lives a normal life the rest of the time. He's married, he has kids. This is a tremendous show, and I just really, really recommend it. But he's so good in that, and if he brought some of that to this movie, I would like him more. But yeah, when
he just comes off like a creep.
When they say, you've got the whole serial killer, I thought you were gonna murder her in this.
Right.
But in not like a sexy way, like an actual murdery kind of way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to bring it up because she calls him a serial killer, and that's the thing I best know him from.
All
so,
right.
Yeah, you get this guy at the hardware store while she's bagging up all his stuff, even getting taller than him.
Yeah, getting all handsy.
Yeah. Oh, do you need help, Anna? Do you need help?
Help bagging.
You need help bagging? No, I'm good. She is oblivious to men.
You think?
Yeah. So, the next scene, she's doing a photo shoot, and she has this friend who's a photographer, and he agrees
Jose?
to do something like that.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant. He's barely in the movie.
Yeah.
But Christian needs to get... her friend needs a original photo for the article.
Well, and he's trying to be available for her. If it's going to make her happy and by extension her roommate happy, he's game.
Right. So Christian agrees to do this photo shoot with her friend, who also is kind of all up in her business. So of course Christian notices these things. These men are kind of talking to her and very friendly with her.
Right. And he's Jose, I think his name is, and he is in love with Anna.
Right.
And has been for a while, I would imagine.
But she doesn't notice.
Yeah, and never made a move.
No.
He waits until she's completely drunk.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Christian, of course, is like, are you dating that guy? Is that your boyfriend?
Yeah.
What about the guy at the hardware store?
Yeah.
And she's just like, what are you talking about, dude? I don't know how men are.
Right.
Yeah, she is oblivious to that and many other things. Many other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then there was another moment where I was like, okay, obvious Twilight comparison. Mm-hmm. They're walking out they have coffee after the photo shoot.
Yep.
And he basically says, oh, I can't do this. She's starting to get close.
Well, he asked the question, so what writers do you like? And are you a romantic? Well, she says, well, I wouldn't be, I wouldn't be into books if it wasn't a romantic.
Right.
And then he's very sunken and it's well, I guess we can't do this then.
Yeah, so they're about to leave, and she, like, almost gets hit by a bike or a car or something.
Yeah, somebody on a
And he,
scooter.
like, drags her out. Like, watch out.
Yeah.
If you recall, there is a scene at about this point in the Twilight franchise where Bella almost gets hit by a car. Gee, I wonder what the source material here might have been.
Yeah.
Same thing, like, he rescues her, and they have this moment where they just, like, lock eyes, and there's this sexual chemistry between them.
Oh, God damn it.
When in fact, he can't do this, so he pushes her away. They can't have this happen.
Yeah, I'm trying to groom you for this other thing. I can't be romantic with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but of course, she goes on with her life, kind of decides to blow him off because
he
keeps
blew
sending
her off.
Okay, yeah, and he can't keep his mind straight.
Sure.
Because he blows her off, but then he sends her first edition of a book that she likes.
As an apology.
Bullshit. So again, he keeps, like, staying in touch.
Yeah.
But she's still got his phone number on her flip phone.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
It's 2015.
Yes, we're 8 years into the fucking iPhone. Upgrade, woman, upgrade.
Yeah.
But she's so quirky.
She's not even that quirky. She's just kind of.
not.
She's just kind of a Portlandite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a girl from Portland
Yeah.
who lives in Portland.
Right, and
being
let's talk
Portland.
about that. His business, he's based in Seattle.
Yes.
She is going to school in Vancouver, Washington, which is a suburb of Portland. That's a good drive.
Portland's in Oregon, honey.
Vancouver is on the Washington side. It's Vancouver, Washington. It is
It's connected to Portland?
It is just north of
I've
Portland.
never heard of
It's
that.
on the Washington side,
Okay,
yes.
thank you. I was like, Vancouver is northern Washington.
No. Geography
Okay.
is important.
I didn't realize there was another Vancouver.
It's Vancouver, Washington.
That's not confusing.
Anyway, she's going to school and works in Vancouver, Washington. He comes all the way down from Seattle.
No reason.
No reason. Come on. I just
have
needed to go to the
business
hardware
here.
store.
I have business in Vancouver, Washington.
Right.
Where you happen to go to school and live
Right.
and work.
Right.
I'm just
I need to go to the hardware store in Vancouver that you happen to be at. That's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, he basically stalks her.
Yeah. So that's kind of the end of it. He blows her off. I can't do this because you want to be a romantic, blah, blah, blah. And for her, it's just another day. It's like, okay, I guess this guy doesn't want me. Like all the other men in my life, apparently.
Yep.
So it's finals. It's the end of finals. So they're about to graduate. So they want to go out and celebrate after finals. So they're getting ready, and her roommate is putting on this, a normal thing that you would go out to a club with, and she's wearing a t-shirt and jeans.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a denim jacket.
A denim jacket.
I believe.
Also, it was a Black Keys t-shirt.
At least she has good musical taste.
She does. She does.
For having no other interesting personality traits.
Right, and I think they're trying to show the audience here that, yeah, she's not a big girly girl. She's not into fashion.
She's just an everyday, ordinary girl.
Exactly, all-American girl. Mm-hmm. But then it changes as the movie goes on. So that's something that I noticed. You don't go out to a club wearing a t-shirt and jeans.
I do.
You do.
But
because
that's
you
I am
are
actually
the all-American girl.
Who likes the Black Keys.
Exactly.
Wait, am I Anastasia Steele?
I don't think we have a playroom here, Betsy.
You're not sure.
I don't think so.
I feel like you'd notice that. If I had such a thing installed.
You have those dreams sometimes that you have secret rooms in your house?
Yeah,
I've never had a room where we had a sex dungeon.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right, so she's at the club, she's drunk, and she pulls out her phone, and she goes to delete his contact from her phone, her flip phone. God damn it, I cannot get away from this thing. Her fucking flip phone. It's 2015.
So dumb.
I didn't get a smartphone until 2011, and I felt like I was late.
I mean, I got one after her, after 2015.
But that's you, though. You at least had...
Well, wait, maybe I did have one. I don't know. It wasn't until we were together.
Yours was that blue iPhone C. I don't remember what year that was, though. It was probably 2013, 2014.
I think I had a 5 or a 6.
It was a 5C.
Yeah.
Anyway. But yeah, she's waiting to pee at the club. She goes to delete his thing, but instead she decides to drunk dial him.
She sure told him.
So I'm returning your book that you sent me. It's a very nice gesture, and then he's like immediately comes to attention and it's like, where are you?
Have you been drinking?
Have you been drinking? You're drunk. I need to come.
Where you are.
I need to come save you.
Yep.
Well, he hangs up first. Or they hang up with each other.
She hangs up on her and him.
Yeah, they hang up and then he calls back and says, I know where you are. Stay there.
Yeah, because
he's the fuck?
He's a fucking stalker who can figure shit like that out without any help at all.
Well, he probably has some help. He has a lot of money.
I guess. Made like 2 phone calls in 12 seconds and figured out where she is.
Right. Hey, call a cop. Track this number. Where is it?
I guess.
God damn it.
I don't know. But yeah, so she's super drunk and starts puking everywhere. Jose makes a move and she says no, no, no.
Yeah.
And he rescues her again.
Yeah, he comes to the rescue, pushes him away. So she says no.
She said no, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's her knight in shining armor.
You know, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Dude needed to go away.
Yeah, that was not the time or the place.
No.
You're taking advantage of a situation.
Right.
You're not somebody who's actually very nice.
No.
Yeah, especially if she's saying no. She has enough sense about her to say no.
Sure.
Yeah, so he takes her home back to his hotel and, changes her out of her drunk puke clothes.
Right.
And puts her in a t-shirt. Mm-hmm. And
sleeps next to her.
But, he makes some joke about, like, if you were mine, you wouldn't be able to sit for a week.
Right.
Basically, I'm going to spank you so bad.
Implying I'm going to punish you by spanking you.
Because you were drunk, and that's not okay.
It's against my rules.
Yeah.
Well, what rules are those, Betsy?
She doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, so just like, what?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, and they have one moment in the elevator where he basically is like, he explains to her, I don't do the dating thing.
Yeah.
I have very singular tastes. They get in the elevator and he's like, fuck the contract, and shoves her against the elevator wall
makes out for about 0.5 seconds.
As seen in every commercial for this movie.
Sure.
And they share a passionate kiss.
For about 5 seconds.
Until the 4 businessmen get on the elevator. And it's all ruined.
That's right. Yep. She gets a taste.
Of his mouth. And yeah, then it's just sort of a whole lot of diving into him as a billionaire. They play that up a lot. He takes her for a ride on the helicopter, which of course he pilots.
Of course.
Because that's his thing. And he has told her about like a contract, but doesn't really elaborate. So when she arrives to his apartment, she signs a non-disclosure.
Yeah, she has to sign an NDA, which, a lot of business people do this. It sucks, but it's a very common practice. Saying, you can't talk about the things that we are doing here. You can't talk about our relationship, whatever it happens to be.
Right. He doesn't want her to go out and like get rich off the gossip rags.
Exactly.
Because it's a pain in his ass. He doesn't want to have to talk about it.
Yeah.
It makes the most sense in his situation to just be like, if we're going to hang out, just sign this thing.
Yep.
And she's like, I wouldn't talk about it anyway.
Right. Which I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a nice girl. She's not a gossiper.
No.
She doesn't even want to really tell her roommate about everything.
No. She barely speaks about what happens between them.
Yeah, and her friend, if she heard about it, she would be the one who's going to the tabloids. Mm-hmm. Which is exactly why the NDA exists.
Yes.
Don't talk to anybody else, because even if you don't go talk to the tabloids, they might.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that part is fine. That makes sense. But he shows her at his apartment his pleasure room and kind of elaborates to her what it is he's into. And he's got whips and chains and handcuffs of galore all over this room. Blindfolds.
Yeah.
There's shit to hang from the ceilings. And that is the Red Room. They do refer to it something to the effect...
He calls it a playroom.
He calls it his pleasure room, his playroom. Yeah, I think at one point she refers to it as that red room or your red room or something like that. She makes a passing comment about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she she basically is overwhelmed because she doesn't know about this world or any of that stuff he just showed her.
Yeah.
And he says, we'll have a contract and you can negotiate the terms.
Right. He basically is laying everything out, saying, okay, we'll hang out. We'll be here Monday through Sunday. Yep. You'll have your own room in my place.
We don't sleep in the same bed.
I will not be sleeping with you in the same bed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he says... She's like, well, what's in the contract? Well, you can negotiate what you like to do. What have you done
what
before?
What are your boundaries?
What are your boundaries? What do you like? And she says, I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
Because she's a virgin, Trent.
And he says, where have you been? You are my unspoiled gem.
Well, he doesn't say it, but he basically is
That's
like,
essentially what he means.
He gives her that look, and he's just like, I'm going to remedy the situation. And they have very...
and she says, I'm a situation?
Yeah. They have very gentle lovemaking sex.
Yes.
He deflowers her, and it's so romantic and wonderful. And then the next time they go a little farther than that.
Well, yeah. And of course, 2 movies in a row, we have a reflection on
Mirror
the ceiling.
on the ceiling.
Mirror on the ceiling.
They were doing the pan where they were showing them in bed and then going up the wall. And I was like, is there going to be another fucking mirror? And I thought we were on the ceiling and there was no mirror, and I was very disappointed. And then there's this sort of orb.
Yeah.
And I was like, mirror on the ceiling.
I don't know if it's an actual mirror, but at the very least, there is a reflective surface on there showed everything.
I will accept it.
Yes. Yes, 2 movies in a row. I love it.
Yeah. So then, they're still just kind of hanging out. She makes breakfast and she's got her hair up. And
I'm making pancakes.
She's wearing his shirt.
Doing the things that you would normally do in a situation like this.
Yes.
You have... It's not a one-night stand, but you're together for the first night.
Yep.
You wake up the next morning. Guess what? You're going to go out down and make breakfast wearing his shirt.
I'm making pancakes.
Right. Which I think he's very, very not used to, because the women that he's had there before have all signed the contracts prior.
Yeah.
And they had been experienced before.
Yeah.
So they've usually fucked off by then.
Yeah.
So he's very weirded out, I think, by this whole situation of her there making pancakes.
Yep. So they have breakfast, and then they have sexy bath time. And
Let's clean you up.
After sexy bath time, he goes and he gets one of his 400 gray ties.
Yep.
Because that is the only color he wears. And he ties her up, but they get interrupted by his mother.
Yeah.
Marcia Gay Harden.
Which, of course, I said during the movie, I don't care if you're a billionaire playboy. I'm your mother. I'm going to waltz into this place if I want to.
Also, why was she there? She was not necessary at all.
No.
She shows up, is surprised to see her son with a woman, which she has never seen.
Yeah, she is delighted by the fact that he is there with a woman.
Yeah. And then she leaves. There is no content to their conversation. There's no point to her being there other than...
She did say I wanted to talk about lunch.
I guess, but is that the only way that he can talk to her? She has to show up to his apartment.
Right, just show up at his door, yeah.
He can't pick up a phone. She can't call him. He won't call her back. He emails. I know he emails. But she just shows up and then leaves.
Yeah.
It was a really weird scene, and I didn't understand the point of it.
Yeah. So I don't really remember where in the movie... Is it when they're on their way back and they go for the walk? Yeah.
So yeah, after this, they go...
He tells his mother that, I can't go to lunch. I got to take Anastasia home.
Yep.
And they're starting to drive back, and they said, you want to go for a walk? Mm-hmm. And they start to have this conversation about, okay, why the hell are you into all this shit?
Yeah, she does not understand it, and she's trying to, and she needs some details.
Right. So he reveals that his mom's friend, when he was 15, started grooming him for this kind of lifestyle.
Yeah, she seduced him.
Yeah.
And he was her submissive.
Yeah.
For 6 years.
From the get-go, for 6 years, he was a sub and she was the dom.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there put me off a little bit.
Yeah.
But besides the fact that he was 15, that's fucked up on its own. But the fact that he eventually turned into the dominant one after being a submissive for 6 years. I don't know much about this life. I have friends who have been in this, and it's very strange to become something else.
You're either one or you're the other.
Right.
Well, and I think that if we were to watch more of these movies,
we got a little taste of it at the very end.
We get little sprinklings of his tragic upbringing.
Sure, he's an orphan, I guess.
He was an orphan. His mom was a crack addict and a prostitute.
Yeah, and
he has problems. He comes from a troubled background. He got fucked by his mom's friend at 15 years old. And,
and is still friends with her.
Yeah, I think it's probably just a choice he made. Like, I'm not going to be that anymore.
Well,
when he got to adulthood.
But he kind of is, because if there's any other scenario here, I don't think that I would want to be with that person anymore as an adult, especially if I'm involved with somebody else.
Yeah.
And the fact that he does it, that he goes on this dinner date with this person, means that he's still under her thumb to a point.
To a point.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, I don't know. It was a whole weird thing, but he's messed up. The point is, he's messed up.
Yeah, that's the point that we're talking about here.
So he has a conversation with her. He drops her off at the house and says, just email me. Oh, my computer's broken. I told you. And you even said, why doesn't he just got her a new computer? Why doesn't he fix her computer?
Yeah, as he's getting out of the car, I'm saying, okay, yeah, as I said, my computer's broken. And she walks back in, and she has a brand new Apple laptop.
There's a guy there delivering it and setting it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
I called that.
Yeah. And it makes sense. This means nothing to him. That's petty cash. Like,
oh, that's like pocket change.
He could buy 12 of those, leave them on the street, and he would forget he did it.
Right.
He could buy the most expensive stuff and doesn't notice. Sure. Something expensive to you is nothing to a billionaire.
Yeah. So she comes home with the contract in hand, and she's going through it and just
taking her sweet time about it.
Yeah, very much taking her time.
So yeah, she has the time to move. So this is how much time has passed. It's literally been like days and weeks because her and her roommate pack up the entire apartment and move to Seattle. And he and her have been emailing, and he's like, oh, have you read the contract?
Being
have you
very
checked it
impatient.
out? Yeah. Review it and Google submissive, look
Not
into
Google,
it.
just search.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You can't have
we
Google.
We can't say Google.
Yeah, and even on the webpage, it's just some generic search field.
So look into it, do some research, and she just keeps kind of putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. Like, it's not like she's ignoring it.
And I think that she's also playing with him a little bit.
A little bit. And he's getting impatient. So he finally, once again, just kind of breaks into her apartment. Yep. Just shows up with a bottle of wine.
Yep.
The last email has sent him, it was nice knowing you.
Yep.
Like, blows him off, basically.
Well, I also think that that's part of her playing
She's toying with him.
Yeah.
Yes.
And after he shows up with the bottle of wine, and that's the first thing that he says, "You nice to know me?" And she kind of giggles a little bit. Yeah. Because she knows that, she's still a kid.
Yep.
Yeah,
she's fresh out of school.
Yeah.
Not even. She hasn't graduated at this point.
Yeah, not even graduated. She's done with her classes, but that's it.
Yeah, so he reminds her by bringing one of the ties and ties her to her own bed.
Right.
And they fuck again.
Yeah, she's like, and it was this weird thing where she puts her arms out to get tied up again.
Yep.
By the tie. It just felt a little childish.
Well, she was very playful, yes.
Yeah.
She's like giggling, like, hee, tie me up.
Yeah, and she's like kind of laughing a little bit along with it. And he is deadly serious.
Yeah.
This entire time. And yeah, they do it again on her bed.
Yeah.
And he...
For the second time, they show him putting on a condom. Like, he tears open a condom.
Yep.
And that kept catching my eye because you don't normally see this in movies. And I don't know if they draw attention to it specifically in this one because they're like, a lot of young people are going to watch this movie and we need to demonstrate that he's not an idiot.
I don't know. It might be more of a control thing.
Maybe. I don't know. It's just... Usually, they just don't show it. Like, they might talk about it after the fact, like, yes, you used a condom, but they don't show it happening.
Or it could be the fact that, he actually does consider this to be a safe thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
everything,
that's good.
Yeah. Everything that he is doing, he is trying to do in the most safe way for him and for his partner.
Yes. And that's fine. It was just, an interesting choice because I can't think of a lot of movies where they do that, especially this kind of a movie.
I agree.
That was unusual.
Normally, it's just this passionate thing that you're going to throw somebody up against the wall and just do it right there. No.
No time for No time!
There's planning involved for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's always time for condoms.
Yes.
There's always time. So they have their little moment again, and she promises to continue to think about it.
Yep.
Finally, they decide to have a business meeting.
Yeah.
She says, if we're going to have a contract, I want a meeting. He says dinner, and she says, no, I want a meeting.
No, it's a meeting.
And they meet at his office.
She shows up wearing a dress.
Mm-hmm. Not a burlap sack.
Not a burlap sack. You know, they're taking a meeting like normal, and as they're walking down the corridor, he like almost puts his hand on her back, and she says, no, this is a business meeting.
Yep, business meeting.
And here begins probably the best scene in the entire movie.
Probably.
To me.
Yeah.
The best scene is this business meeting between the two of them. The lighting is incredible. I love the lighting in this.
Yeah, that was a cool looking scene.
Yeah, I love that.
And they're very serious while talking about things like fisting and genital clamps.
There shall be no fisting, Betsy.
No fisting.
No fisting.
And, you know, the fact that she's just, again, this clueless woman.
Yeah.
She has to ask what butt plugs are.
What's a butt plug?
I'm sorry. They're pretty self-explanatory from the name.
It's 8 characters, 2 words. Just get it through your head. That's what they are.
That's not.
You don't have to know what they're for. It's just what they are.
It's not a difficult concept to grasp. It's 2 nouns.
Yep. Yeah, and then they basically get to the end. They start negotiating, saying no fisting.
None of that stuff.
I don't want this. I don't want that. This is okay. And the first one that they like one of the first terms on the contract, like she was just kind of giggling at too, because so this still seems like she's not really taking it that seriously, and and he's on the other end of the table just being completely serious.
Yeah.
And during the conversation, he basically says, I want to fuck you into the middle of next week.
Yeah. Once they've listed off, once she has been reading back to him all the things he gets to do to her and can't do to her.
Right.
Yeah, because he knows if she doesn't address it, it's something he can do.
Right.
Yeah. And he even sweetens the deal. He's like, I'll sweeten the deal.
Right.
One night a week.
We get to go to dinner and a movie
We're
or
gonna
have
go
a
on
date.
A date.
Something that I'm going to completely hate.
Yeah.
But it's for you.
Yeah. If that will get you to agree, because I want you to be mine.
Right.
And yeah, he's just like, I'm gonna bend you over on this table and we're gonna do this.
I can
now.
see that you're I can see that your face is flushed. I can see that you're putting your knees together.
Yeah, you're squeezing your thighs under the table.
Your breathing has changed.
And you're biting your lip. I want to bite that lip.
And then I called it too. She's gonna say no. She's gonna say no, and she did.
Yep. She leaves.
Nope. I'm leaving.
She leaves.
You see, I like classic. I like classic books. I also like classic cars.
Driving her piece of shit.
Driving her piece of shit bug, and she goes home.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's it. And he's just like, think about it. I want it. Mm-hmm. Review the changes. Sign the contract.
Yep.
And then I forgot by this point in the movie that he was going to be the commencement speaker.
Yeah.
So of course he's there. He gives some canned speech about being a philanthropist and some bullshit. And afterwards, they're handing out diplomas, and she goes across the stage and shakes his hand, and he's like, say yes, let's do it. And she says, okay. He's like, wait, what?
What?
Yeah. She's like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he meets up with her and her friend and her dad after graduation and gets his photo taken with her.
Yep.
First time.
Yeah.
He's ever photographed with a woman.
Out at an event with friend. It's always with friend.
With friend, yes. Because you don't want to say who it is.
No, you don't know who it is.
Nope.
And in this meantime, he gives her a car.
Yeah.
It's a graduation present. But he doesn't just give her a car. He sells her car.
Yeah. He takes ownership of her car, sells it at a good price, whatever that means.
Yeah. And
gives her a brand new car. Mm-hmm. As long as you're upgrading things, dude, upgrade her phone.
Right.
Come on, guy.
There are smaller things we could take care of first.
Yeah.
We already took care of the laptop.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's like, it's too much. Once again, have you forgotten this man is a billionaire?
Yep.
Enjoy the benefits of the billionaire lifestyle. If the man wants to give you a car, let him give you a car.
Take the car, man.
Take the car.
Unless there's like strings attached.
Right. Well, there kind of are, but kind of not. Because he sold her car to get this car, so that's like a trade-in.
Sure.
But she rolls her eyes at him. And he says, you roll your eyes at me one more time and I'm going to give you a spanking. So he does. He takes her over his knee and he spanks her.
Uh-huh.
Because, that's what he wants to do to her.
Which, of course, there is kind of a playful thing, and she kind of likes it, and it's not going where he wants it to go yet.
No, she has not signed the contract.
Right.
That is where we are at this. And when he leaves, we get this moment of her in the apartment where she's on the phone with her mom, and she's sad.
Yeah, she's
because
crying.
She wants more than what this is. She's confused. She's young,
she's falling
impressionable,
in love.
And she's conflicted on many levels.
Yeah, she wants to be with him sexually.
That's right. That is right.
That's another inside joke. There's a scene in the show The Shield. Where a dude is propositioning a woman,
but he is a political figure, and he needs.
And he's a cop.
Yeah, he needs to be on the record.
Yeah. She says to him, "You need to say it," and he says, "I want to be with you, sexually."
It's so stupid. It's so stupid. So they've now agreed to do this without the contract.
Yep.
Like she says, "Is this because I haven't signed the contract?" And he's just kind of going along with it, so they're following the rules of the contract without her actually signing it.
But there's no enforcement of it either, because there's nothing on paper.
Right. And she has said occasionally throughout this movie, like, I'm going to hold on to my free will. I'm going to hold on to my free will.
Sure.
And I'm going to stay in control here, there, and other times. Mm-hmm. And, like, he basically strips her down and he braids her hair and he's like, you're going to kneel there and I'm going to whip you.
When I say that you're going to come in here, this is how I want you.
Yeah.
You're going to be kneeling, naked, over here by the door, and I'm going to just do what I'm going to you.
Yep. And they have sexy times in the Pleasure Palace. Yeah, this is where they really start the stuff that this movie and this book are known for.
Sure. You get the famous scenes of her with the blindfold. And...
Yeah. Now, you also in this scene have the new version of Crazy in Love that Beyonce did.
That was good.
She did it for this movie.
Yeah.
That's how big a deal this was.
They got a Beyonce.
Beyonce did a remix of Crazy in Love specifically for this movie. The Weeknd recorded a song specifically for this movie.
The music in this was really good.
Yeah.
I think that was probably one of the best things about it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was cool. I liked that version too. Mm-hmm. And yeah, when he's done with her, he has to carry her to her room because,
Yeah.
She's physically exhausted.
She's spent.
She's spent. And then they have their date together where they have a family dinner where his sister's in town, his brother's there. Mm-hmm. So they go to his parents' place and they're going to have a little family dinner.
Yeah, they're just having a conversation and she casually drops that, oh yeah, tomorrow I'm going to Georgia to visit my mom.
What do you mean you're going to Georgia?
And
you're
then,
mine.
Yeah, he essentially drags her outside. It's like, no, I'm not okay with it. I'm mad.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you can't be mad. I didn't sign a contract. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm. I'm not yours.
Yeah.
I have signed nothing. I have free will. Yeah, but he keeps going along with it, which, it's because he wants more too, but
he's
changing. He won't admit it. He's changing.
She's changing him, Betsy.
Yeah. Why do you keep trying to change me? I'm not trying to change you, but you're changing me.
Such a hokey line.
It's so awful. It's so bad.
So
yeah, she finally kind of huffs off and he's just like, do you have to go to Georgia? Yes. So he goes. So she goes. Yeah. She goes and visits her mom in Georgia.
Yeah. Which, she it's after graduation.
Yeah.
It's the summer. What else does she have to do? She doesn't have
a
job.
Mom couldn't come to graduation for reasons.
Because I guess her
husband
new husband,
4.
her new husband broke his foot while golfing.
Yep. As one does.
Yeah. So yeah, she goes to visit her mom and they're having a good time and they're out having brunch, I guess, somewhere. And he just texts her out of the blue saying, another martini?
Another Cosmo.
Cosmo,
She's
that's
drinking
what it was.
Cosmos.
Yeah.
Breaking the rules.
Right.
Yeah, so he shows
he
up
just
again.
shows up. It's like, dude, what the fuck? Asshole. I'm visiting my mother. I'm not here to see you.
Right. But of course, because he keeps pushing this issue of he wants her and he wants this contract and he wants to do this. He does, again, Playboy billionaire stuff.
Yeah.
And takes her on a glider. And it's so romantic and fun.
It's a nice, fun date.
But their date is cut short because business reasons.
Which they never get into.
No. I'm unclear about what he does.
You don't even know what he does.
No.
Telecommunications. What emergency could there possibly be in telecommunications?
This is also your company, which means you probably don't actually have to work that hard. What kind of an emergency constitutes you having to fly back from Georgia immediately?
Yeah.
I'll be on the tarmac in 30 minutes.
And like when they show back up at his office later, the conversation that he's having on the phone is a completely generic thing.
Yeah.
They're not giving us anything about what he does.
It's not that kind of movie.
That's what I wanted to know. What kind of business is this, Betsy?
Businessman business.
Oh, the business type of business.
With contracts and phone calls.
Wow.
And airplanes and sushi.
And airplane sushi.
That's right. Don't eat the airplane sushi.
No.
Unless,
But yeah,
it's good stuff.
She's totally getting distracted away from her life. Because of him. He wants her all to himself.
What life?
No friends.
She works
no family,
at the hardware
no
store.
job. She doesn't work there anymore.
I suppose she moved.
Yeah, she moved.
Yeah. She has no prospects. She has nothing going on except him.
Yeah. Which is a good thing for him because if she doesn't have anything going on, she can just be his sex slave on Friday through Sunday.
Right.
And she can just go off and do whatever she's going to do during the week.
Well, she could just be a sugar baby. If he would let her.
If she wanted it. But she doesn't want to be that.
No, because again, we have not signed a contract. She is just completely conflicted this whole damn movie. And it was about at this point, he's having a bad day, so he really goes to town with her in the pleasure room.
Yeah.
I wrote down, I could probably draw Dakota Johnson's nipples from memory. By this point in the movie, I have seen them so many times.
She's naked half the movie.
Yeah, just a thought. And, they have this sexy time. Everybody's happy. And she tries to talk to him because he's brooding at the piano, as one does.
You're so sad. You always play sad songs.
Yeah. And he won't talk to her. And he basically uses that line, I'm 50 shades of fucked up. So she says, is this what you want? You want to punish me? All right, give it to me. Give me your worst.
Yeah, tell me how bad it's going to be if I were to actually sign this contract.
Yeah, what's the worst thing you could do to me? Which, let's be honest, he could do worse.
What he did was not that bad in the context of what he could do. Yeah. Especially in that room.
Yeah.
And he even says, I'm going to hit you 6 times.
And you're going
to count them.
Yeah.
The first couple, I think she could take. The remaining 4, it gets real bad.
Yeah.
As it would. You are flogging somebody with a belt.
Right. Can I just say, this is a weird thing to nitpick.
Okay.
I have seen other movies where somebody's being whipped, hit, etc. If he's hitting her that hard, it would sound harder. The sound of the smack.
Sure.
I think they held back a little in this movie.
Fine.
I've seen some movies where it is a visceral thing. Let's give an example. Casino Royale. When he is being tortured, he is getting hit. And the sound you hear, you believe it.
Yeah, it's that visceral sound that you know that there's contact there, even though there isn't.
I think they held back here. If it's really as bad as she is reacting and describing.
Right, and I think the only thing that you could take away from that is her physical reaction to it is believable, I think.
And I think maybe that's because, is this a PG-13? Did they cut it down to PG-13? I would not think so.
No.
I didn't think so, but I'm like, it's like they were trying to rein it down from an NC-17.
Yeah.
They could have
they could have absolutely gone further.
Right.
But you could not put it out in theaters.
No. You never get
you're never going to get the bondage thing that you want out of a book like that, because I understand that the book is a lot more graphic than you are ever going to allow on screen.
No. That's a big book too. That's a big book.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is a ton from this movie that was cut for time.
Sure. Well, we didn't watch the unrated version. We had the option to, but then I looked online saying, well, in their unrated version, they changed the ending. Well, I don't want to see that. I want to see what got put out on the theater.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, she tells him to do it. He does it, and then she says, "Get away from me."
Yeah.
And
I never want you to be near me again.
You'll never do that again to me.
Yeah.
And she goes and cries in her room, and he actually comes in and tries to like talk to her, which he has not done to this point. No. And she says, "I'm in love with you." Uh-huh. And he says, "No, you can't be. You can't be."
Sure.
And then it just fucking ends. The movie is over. She leaves. He kind of follows her. She says no.
She says stop.
Stop,
and he
no.
does.
And he does.
Which, at that point, I think is the reveal for the rest of the movies.
Right. I think you said something earlier that makes a lot of sense. By the end of the series, she's the dom and he's the submissive.
Yes.
I think that's what's actually going to happen.
100%.
It makes sense. And she's already doing it and it's working because he's like, say yes, say yes. And she's just toying with him. Mm-hmm. She doesn't know this because she's so fucking mousy and stupid and young and inexperienced.
Yes.
She doesn't realize that that's what's actually going to happen. Now, I think there's a place that could exist in between where they take turns.
Yeah, totally.
But overall, she is probably more dominant in this relationship because he falls for her.
That's called a switch.
What? You can't do that.
Yep.
You can't do that. But yeah, I just was like, wait.
Yeah.
This is it?
Yeah, right. They just fucking end it. They do the little callback of them and that at the elevator in his office. That's it. You get credits.
What the fuck, Trent?
That's why I said, do we need to watch the rest of these fucking movies?
I don't want to, but I have the problem of a great deal of curiosity.
Yeah, there's two more movies here. God damn it.
I was not setting out to make this a series about 50 Shades, and I don't intend to do that now.
I don't either.
But damn it, now I'm intrigued.
We might just have to look up the Wikipedia for the next two movies. We'll see. But
I don't want to watch them, but I do. But yeah, this movie had moments like it was bad. It was a bad movie. Did I enjoy it?
This is total trash, but it is shined up to be this glimmering thing.
But I enjoyed parts of it.
Yeah.
I couldn't help myself.
It's shot pretty well.
Yes.
The sex scenes are like shot very well. Very tastefully.
It was like tasteful sex.
Right. But you know what? I think when we watched Basic Instinct, those sex scenes were more realistic.
Yeah. That was fucking.
Yeah.
This was stylized fucking.
Yeah.
That was just plain fucking.
Yeah.
Like, that was like you said after we finished recording, I don't even think you said it when we were recording. It was basically softcore porn.
Right.
In Basic Instinct.
Yeah.
They didn't go quite so far in this.
Like, in softcore porn, my understanding is that they show everything except penetration.
Yeah.
And you got more of the sexy sex in Basic Instinct than you did in this, which is weird.
They held back. Like, I feel like they were afraid to make this movie. They wanted to make it, but they were afraid of how far they could go and still still get away with it.
Sure.
And in that scenario, don't make the movie.
Uh-huh.
If you don't know how far to take it while making it still good,
the better thing to do is just go all the way and let them tell you no.
And then rein it back.
And then rein it back to whatever point that you need to.
Yeah.
But make what you want. Make your vision.
Maybe we should watch the unedited one someday just to see how much further they go.
Sure.
But yeah, like these two movies back to back, one is a very hard R and they don't give a fuck.
Yep.
And they probably did what we said where they went too far and they pulled it back.
Yeah.
I could completely see that in Basic Instinct for 1992 in particular. This was made 6 years ago. 50 Shades of Grey is not that old a movie. Mm-mm. And when you put the two next to each other, this one is too shiny and too friendly and too nice when it's supposed to be aggressive fucking.
Right, and here's the thought. Do you think that they pulled back for the audience? Because the audience is a lot of mixed demographics, I think. Like the people who really, really like these books, I should say, you know, they read everything and it's titillating, but they don't actually want to see it all.
Yeah.
You think so?
I feel very strongly that more people should stop giving a shit about making a movie for everyone. If it is a movie that is for a specific group of people, make that movie.
Yeah.
Because you know what? More people like you and me might actually find that we are those people.
Right.
We might not be, but if you made the movie as intended, if you just say, fuck everyone else, I want to make the movie for the fans of this movie or fans of this book.
You want to make the movie the way you want to make it.
Yes.
And fuck the studio, fuck everything else, make what you want to make, and let them tell you no.
Yeah.
Make them tell you no.
For the fans. Don't worry about the studio. Don't worry about the rest of the public. Don't make a movie to please everybody.
Yeah.
Make a movie that you want to make.
If it's going to be mainstream, it's going to be mainstream.
Yes.
You don't get to decide what that is.
No. How many movies have gotten made that they were absolute flops, but they're incredible?
Well, it's the same thing where it flops in the theater, but afterwards it gets a following because, oh shit, they just didn't know how to market this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we knew exactly what this movie was going to be because
Totally.
they show you the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, color me intrigued.
Sure. It's a simple enough story of, this guy has a dark past. She is intrigued. She's falling in love with him, and he's falling in love with her in his way.
Yeah.
But because of whatever happens in his past, he can't let her in.
Right. I can think of another movie, another one that came to mind while I was watching this. Pierce Brosnan has a movie with Rene Russo called The Thomas Crown Affair. It's a remake.
I've heard of this.
And it's kind of the same thing where she's basically an outsider and he's this rich playboy and they have these, little adventures and shit. And they do some steamy, sexy fucking, okay? But they do it better. There's a lot of movies like this where you're the little nobody and they're this rich person, this rich guy, stupid rich, and it's very fish out of water, different lifestyles. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you can stick the landing and sometimes you don't. Crazy Rich Asians. I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's really good. Same thing. He's really rich. She is not. Mm-hmm. Okay? These are movies that work. This movie doesn't work because they're so focused on making a studio movie for a large audience.
Yeah. They want the box office numbers.
Yeah.
They don't want high art.
No, but you know what? You could make a trashy movie and I guarantee people would have still gone to see it.
Yep.
And they did. This movie made $569 million. Nice. And they got 2 sequels.
Yeah.
They get worse. This movie has a 25% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
And they just get worse from here.
Yeah. Don't make it for the critics. You're
fuck
clearly not.
The critics.
You're clearly not. Make something that people want to actually go out and watch. And you will be rewarded.
That's right.
Trash or no.
That's what I have to say about this movie.
Yep. All right, Betsy. Let's read a couple of emails here. Let's start off with Katie, talking about In and Out.
In and Out.
In and Out. And would you please, Betsy?
The first word she said was, I was fat!
You do it a lot more justice than I ever would.
Because I've had 25 years of practice.
Yes. So In and Out was a family favorite. You had every right to do a podcast lasting an hour and a half. I didn't even know that was that long.
We just kind of got to talking and then that happened.
Yeah, those are the best ones, I think. And I very much appreciated it because I flew from Atlanta to Albany because it was the perfect length.
There you go.
There you go. I loved the discussion of all the cast members. Wish there had been more about Debbie Reynolds, R.I.P., my favorite. Also, not enough discussion about Wilfred, quote, Diabetes Brimley. We talked a little bit about him. He was the perfect, country dad.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, just emailing to say how much I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. It was a good thing I was wearing my mask on the plane because I probably would have looked ridiculous with all the random laughing otherwise. Keep up the great work from Katie.
Thanks, Katie.
Thanks, Katie. That was nice.
Yeah, the trouble with that movie is they don't have enough scenes with Debbie Reynolds and Wilford Brimley.
Yeah.
They're kind of minor characters, but I told you in the podcast, I love when she's like, I'm a lesbian. It's so perfect and wonderful.
It really is.
One day we'll watch some of the movies from when she was very young. You get to watch Singing in the Rain. She was 18 years old.
Jesus. I don't think I've ever seen a Debbie Reynolds movie besides that.
Charlotte's Web.
Oh, that's right.
She's Charlotte.
Okay. Then I have.
You've at least heard her voice.
Yeah, totally.
So everybody and their mom knows the voice of Debbie Reynolds if you've seen that movie.
It says crunchy.
That is not Debbie Reynolds. That is.
It's the favorite line from that movie, though.
Yes, that is my favorite line from that movie.
All right, let's read another one here. 2 emails, Betsy. Let's go.
2 emails.
From Stephanie. About
Hi,
Solo.
Stephanie.
Solo this time. You know how I love Star Wars, and I think this one is okay. Agreed. Donald Glover, Amelia Clarke, and Alden Ehrenreich are so charming. I love Woody Harrelson. The story itself is whatever, and there's a lot of dumb details that are super forced. I will say that Phoebe Waller-Bridge is the best, and if you have not watched Fleabag yet, you totally should. I am intrigued about Fleabag.
I really want to watch it, but I keep asking you when we're going to.
You need to be home more, Betsy.
Shush!
I have read a handful of books in the Star Wars series, I assume. I have not heard of Terras Kasi either, so Betsy is not alone. Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. The only reason I know it is because of that video game. Mm-hmm. Trent is correct about Darth Maul and is post-Phantom Menace. I haven't watched Clone Wars or read those books. I have no clue on how he survived. She says, Hyperfuel is basically Surge.
Yeah!
Did you drink Surge in the day, Betsy?
I drank Surge recently.
Back in the day.
Yes, I drank so much fucking Surge because they had a summer special. It was the summer of Surge in our house, where on a 20-ouncer, you could win either a 6-pack or 2 20-ouncers, or it might have even been 4. It was like an absurd deal.
Yeah.
So then, if you bought 1, you'd get 2 more. But if those 2 won, then you'd get 2 more from there. So then it just increased exponentially. And we drank so much Surge, I probably could have died.
Yeah. I drank Surge. I didn't drink it a lot. My drink of choice was Mellow Yellow, and a similar thing happened with us. So we would buy the 12 packs of cans of Mellow Yellow, and in the bottom of the can, if it showed a certain thing, you got a free 20-ounce. And out of like a 12-pack, you could maybe get 3 or 4 free 20 ounces.
Yeah, the 90s
was
were crazy.
ridiculous.
They gave away so much soda.
It was ridiculous to get all of us addicted to that crap.
I mean, it worked. Look what happened when Surge came back.
Right, exactly. I was able to secure a 12-pack of the tall cans of Surge when they came back.
It was so sugary.
And now it's back. And
forever.
Now it's back in the grocery stores permanently as basically an energy drink.
It's more energy drink than soda.
Yeah.
But back in the 90s, that wasn't really a thing.
Yeah. Now energy drinks are like full of taurine and all this other crap.
Good for you stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally good. It's natural, all natural. I think they could have had that opening 15 minutes and then just skipped to the place where they went. Chewie and Han going for a job for the mob. There's no need for that train job. I agree. The beginning of that it was a little bit too stretched out for my taste. So
the whole movie.
It's true. Yep. I would have loved this movie to be better. However, this is what we have, and I'm okay with it. It says Star Wars at the beginning of it. Damn it, it's good.
So is the rule I can just slap the word Star Wars on anything and it'll be good?
We'll see in the coming 5 or 10 years what Disney has in store for Star Wars.
I hope they do more like of the extended stuff, but not so much of this. Like, I'm not so interested in a prequel about Han Solo. The Mandalorian, however, is fucking amazing.
Right. You don't need to connect everything to the original trilogy or even the extended trilogies. You don't have to connect it to that. People are invested in the universe of Star Wars, and that's what people want. The Mandalorian has nothing to do with the original Star Wars.
Everyone thought it was going to be a Boba Fett thing.
It's not.
And it's not.
It's totally not.
No. It is possible to make good Star Wars content without having to please the fans. Again, it's the same thing. Make the movie you want to make. Don't try to please everybody.
Yeah.
Like, you could have made an incredible Solo movie. Mm-hmm. And this was not it.
But you decided to cast a bunch of known actors instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. No thanks. But that's okay. Betsy, that's all we got. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you, Stephanie.
We're going to get out of here because, yeah, we've talked too much about 50 Shades of Grey.
I have nothing more to say on this topic until I do.
Until we watch the next one.
Shut up, Trent. They don't need to know about that.
Please reach out to us if you have seen this trash and email us at neverseenitpod@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter, neverseenit_pod. And if you want to throw us a buck or $4 or 10, whatever it is, throw us some bucks. Click the link in the podcast description. It'll bring you to a page on Anchor, and you can throw some money that way. If you want to pay us in a different way, I don't know, send us an email and we'll tell you where our bank account is. I don't know.
Don't send them our bank information. Oh, don't.
If they're going to send us money, I'm going to give it to them. Maybe PayPal. Or Venmo. We got Venmo? Sure, why not? Whatever. But that is the end of the show. We will be back to you next time with another episode of Never Seen It. The next one is going to be great. It's the last one in this series.
No,
I'm so excited, Betsy.
I don't think it's going to be great.
Betsy, I'm so excited. We're going to be back to you next time with another episode.
All right. Thanks, Trent.
Bye, Betsy.